Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. There's a heavyweight fight, pretty good heavyweight fight. Two unbeaten fighters. It's on the undercard of the Joshua Helenius fight, and it's between FILIP HRGOVIC and DEMSEY McKEAN. HRGOVIC, 31 years old, from Croatia, 6'6", 15 wins, 12 KOs, no draws, no defeats. And McKEAN, same height, 6'6", at least according to BoxRec, 22 wins, 14 KOs, no draws, and no defeats. And he's 32, HRGOVIC 31, DEMSEY McKEAN is 32. So these guys on paper, you're looking at it, you're thinking, okay, this is evenly matched, but I don't think so. But I make FILIP HRGOVIC a very serious favourite in this fight. And if you look at HRGOVIC's progress, I mean, he turned pro in 2017. And he beat, Tom Little and Pavel Sauer, and knocked Pavel Sauer in a round and stopped Tom Little, I think in 4, and then Sean Turner. Sean Turner went the distance over 8. That's not a bad result for Turner. And Amir Mansour and Kevin Johnson, all the usual suspects. Gregory Corbin was in there as well in the mix. Eric Molina and Rydell Booker. But there's one fight that really sticks in the mind, and that is, of course, Zhilei Zhang, who he fought last October, and he won a 12-round decision over Zhang. And it wasn't one-way traffic. I mean, HRGOVIC had a lot on his mind. He suffered from bereavement, I think. His mind wasn't on his job, and it was a tough fight for HRGOVIC against Zhang, who was, for some of that fight was really pinging him. And I think did he have him over in the first round, and it wasn't called a knockdown or something like that? I remember. I'm doing this from memory, But HRGOVIC beat Zhang on a close decision. There were a couple of 115, 113s or 112s in there, I think. And Zhang kind of rued that result because he felt he might have won it anyway, but he felt he could have done more. He was talking about it around about the time he fought Joe Joyce, saying he had regrets and he had something to prove. Maybe we should have seen it that redemption sort of attitude prior to the Joe Joyce fight, but I for one didn't. But I think he wants Zhang wants HRGOVIC again, and he may well get him. You never know if he beats Joyce again. But if you look at DEMSEY McKEAN, like I say, on paper, similar sort of records, similar dimensions. 22 wins, 14 KOs, but there's really no one on there. I mean, Jonathan Rice is probably his best victory, and he stopped him in 10 rounds. That's not a bad result, actually, because Jonathan Rice has had a bit of a winning streak. The most noticeably, he took Michael Coffey's undefeated record, stopped him in 5, and then he won a rematch over 10-round points decision. But I don't see a lot in McKean's repertoire at all, or in his resume at all. Can fight a little bit, but when you're sort of fighting back-to-back wins over Hunter Sam and a few of these Australian suspects, it doesn't bode well for going in there with HRGOVIC. He is a southpaw, McKEAN, and he's got some skills. He ain't that bad, but I just don't see him. I just don't see a way he can give HRGOVIC any trouble. Even if he was to turn it into a brawl, I would still favour HRGOVIC, because HRGOVIC is not a small guy. It's not like McKEAN is huge and big and can take him on and bully him. And I don't think the southpaw stance will give HRGOVIC too many issues. Trying to think if HRGOVIC has faced other southpaws. I mean, obviously Zhang was a southpaw, but I'm trying to think about others. I can't think offhand. But I strongly favour HRGOVIC in this fight. I don't think it will be, to be honest, I don't think it will be that competitive even early. I think what will happen is HRGOVIC will start quite fast. When he's fresh, Dempsey might be able to sort of keep up with him for 2-3 rounds, but I think it will be a false dawn. I think eventually HRGOVIC will start to land heavy punches, and I don't really see McKEAN offering much in return. He might be able to ping HRGOVIC, but HRGOVIC's got a pretty good jaw. McKean's is sort of untested, certainly at this level. And I just see HRGOVIC getting up close and basically beating up McKean. I think he can outbox McKean at long range, but I don't think he's going to bother with that. I think he's going to get into a brawl with McKean. McKean will have to get into a brawl with HRGOVIC because I don't think he can outbox him. And I see HRGOVIC grinding down McKean in about 5 rounds and stopping him. I'll go with the 5th round, a stoppage for HRGOVIC. I don't think he'll lose a round, to be honest with you. And then what's next for him? I mean, he hasn't made the progress that HRGOVIC has made. I appreciate he had his issues last year, but the progress has been slowed. Because when he turned pro in 2017, everyone was thinking he's going to be fast-tracked. He's only had 15 fights. But I think he'll win this one in 5 rounds, roughly 5 rounds, and move on to where I don't know. I mean, he's 31, which is not old for a heavyweight. But he needs a bit of momentum. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, what do you think? I'm going for 5 rounds for HRGOVIC. Let me know what you think. Comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. You could do that. That'd be really good. And give a right cross on the like button as well if you like the video. I appreciate your time as always. We'll speak again soon. Bye for now.